Combination of functions. No, not that kind of combo there. Oh, that's the kind of combo that looks really good right now, especially during our quarantine days here. All right. Combination of functions is this. Let's say f of x is this 3x plus 2, and g of x is negative 2x plus 1, and h of x equals x squared plus 1, and j of x equals 5x. We have 5 different functions here. And we're going to have 5 different problems here that we're going to add. So we're going to add f of 3 plus g of 3. Now, here's what's nice about this here. We have a couple ways we can do this, but I think the easiest way is probably to do the following. Take this 3 and simply plug it in, plug it in. I'm going to go put 3 in place of the x here. Notice I wrote the problem, and where the x is, I made a parentheses. So I'm going to add a 3. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 2 is 11. And then I'm going to do the g of 3. So I'm going to go up here to the g problem. And notice I wrote it down, negative 2, and where the x is, I made parentheses, and I'm going to plug that 3 in. That's right here. Negative 2 times 3 is negative 6, plus 1 is negative 5. Now, the problem says add the f of 3 plus g of 3. So now I'm going to take and add the 11 plus negative 5 to get 6. I think that's probably the easiest way to do it. There are more than one ways to work these, but I think that one's easier. So now I'm going to go to the second problem, this f of negative 3. So I'm going to go here to the 3x plus 2. Notice, once again, everywhere my x is, I just make parentheses. I'm going to do that throughout this, and then I'm going to plug it in, the negative 3. Negative 3 from right there. 3 times negative 3 is negative 9, plus 2 is negative 7. All right. Now I'm going to go to the h function. That's this green one here. And notice I wrote the equation, but where the x is, I made parentheses. And I'm simply going to plug in this negative 3 right there inside it. Well, and be careful now. I did this on purpose. A negative 3 squared by order of operation says square first, then make it negative. And this one says take negative 3 times negative 3, which is a positive 9. Notice there are two different answers. I'm going to use this 9, positive 9 is the correct answer. So 9 plus 1 is 10. And that's the nice thing about using the parentheses. If you use parentheses here and just type it in your calculator, it will automatically do it for you. I am not done with this problem yet because I still need to take this f of 3 plus the h in negative 3, so f of negative 3, which means I'm taking negative 7 plus 10, which is 3. And then one last type here. I'm going to go up here and notice I rewrote the h problem. Where the x is, I made parentheses, squared. So that's a 2. 2 squared plus 1. So that's 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. And now I'm going to go up here and do the f times the negative 4, and which is negative 20. And I'm going to add these two together so that I end up with 5 plus negative 20, or a negative 15. This was a combination of functions where the steps were all addition.